Danny, the term zero trust is actually a philosophy I think most, if not all, security professionals agree to. Why, if we're all in agreement, is it so darn hard?
The industry likes to make it harder than it actually is. The industry loves to say, get more detection, get more response, get more analysis, get bigger SOC, hire more people. The reality is you can't hire enough people now. The other thing is there's this perception of what is zero trust. Well, I can't do zero trust because we're an open environment. The reality is zero trust doesn't mean you can't do anything. It means you get to do exactly what is required to, and as a human, as a service, as an application, to perform the job or function that you need to perform. It's not about taking away people's ability to do work. And I've had people come to me and say, well, how do I implement this when I have 300 developers? I said, well, we've got 300 developers and we've implemented this type of solution. And the answer is, if you have a person that needs to run unlimited software because they test software all day, zero trust says, well, how can we give them exactly what they need to do their job while protecting our environment? So it will be like, well, that software doesn't need to see our network. That software doesn't need to see the files on the computer. So we're going to take away any untrusted software and stop it seeing files.
So give them access to the software, but don't let the software do whatever it wants to do, which could be way beyond whatever the requirement the developer needs to do their job.
And that's the reality. Every piece of software you run, doesn't matter whether you're a user or an admin, it doesn't matter, can see all of the data that you can see in a normal Windows, even a Mac environment. Zero Trust says don't allow software that's not needed. And for 95% of the population, you can just say, here, you got Office, you got Chrome, you got Zoom, you got QuickBooks, you got your finance software, you got your Salesforce, whatever. This is the software you use. We're going to allow it. If we do allow software, don't let it do more than it needs to do. And people often think, well, that's going to break everything, but it doesn't. Like, have you ever seen a legitimate reason for RegServe 32 built into Windows, very important for Windows, to reach out to the internet? Never in my life have I. However, if you allow it to, attackers can use it to run fileless malware.
Your advice, and really the philosophy of ThreatLocker, is by default, there's no need to be so permissive.
We used to look after our kids' IT for their school. They're the first user of ThreatLocker. So we deploy ThreatLocker, it learns what they have. We remove everything from the list we don't want because there's a bunch of stuff that wasn't. They went from 20 hours a week to IT management to hours per month. And the reason being is because they weren't breaking things anymore. So not only that, the SOC, your alerts go down because right now you've got a SOC, you've got a cybersecurity professional, a user downloads an app, it talks to China, causes an alert.
If you deal with the problem at the source, you don't have to deal with it upstream at your SOC, do you?
Not at all. And if you ask most companies to list all the software they run, they're going to list a few hundred pieces of software. Every time I've done a deployment, there's been 4 to 5 times more software than they knew existed in their environment. And most of them removed from the list.
Yeah.
You remove all the vulnerabilities, all the backdoors, and then the ones you keep on the list, just limit what they can do.
All right. Well, if you want to learn more about essentially starting on the zero trust path, you really should be taking a look at what they're doing over there at ThreatLocker. Just go to their website. It's right there, threatlocker.com.